Okay, this video is the only time, or maybe the first time, that I'm going to say the phrase slash catchphrase known as Jai Hanuman. And that is because it is out of necessity, because I do not have a choice. This is the title of the TV serial that I'm going to criticize. So I have to at least tell you what I am criticizing, so that you can also know the title of the TV show. And then you can find out about the TV show by typing in that title and clicking YouTube videos that have the title of that chant slash phrase. Just because I said Jai Hanuman, that does not mean in any way that I worship this Shrutiya, that I respect this Hijra, that I am a devotee of this Pajit at all. In no way, shape, or form am I ever going to be a devotee of this Namard Hanuman. I must address one important thing. That Gota hypocritical actor named Mukesh Khanna, who played the role of Bhishma in B.R. Chopra's Mahabharat and Mahabharat Katha, that Namard, not only did he also play a minor special appearance role in the TV serial known as Jai Hanuman, but he also repeatedly makes multiple YouTube videos. One time before he started uploading videos on his own channel, he was involved in an interview where he criticized Ekta Kapoor's Mahabharat. Years later after that, when the film Adi Purush was released and on his own main YouTube channel, this Namard Mukesh Khanna decided to criticize the film Adi Purush. The purpose and point of me bringing this up is to show Mukesh Khanna's hypocrisy. He criticizes Adi Purush, but he did not criticize another film that was released in the late 1990s that involved a Buddha actor named Jeet Indra playing the role of Shri Ram, and Arun Govil, you heard that right, Arun Govil, A-R-U-N space G-O-V-I-L. He was playing the role of Lakshman in this film. Mukesh Khanna never criticized that film, even though Arun Govil and Dara Singh both worked in there. I do not respect Hanuman, but I think that it is wrong for Dara Singh, who at that time, in the year that that film was released, he was 70 years old. He should not have played the role of Hanuman. Okay? Even a Hanuman hater like me would not make a 70-year-old skinny fat Buddha a fake wrestler. I would not make Dara Singh play the role of Hanuman when Dara Singh was 70 years old. Last thing before I get to the points on why this TV serial sucks. When Sanjay Khan, the director and producer of Jai Hanuman, when Sanjay Khan made a TV serial about Tipu Sultan called The Sword of Tipu Sultan, glorifying that individual in history, then a lot of people got angry. A lot of controversy and drama was created. But the moment this Muslim Sanjay Khan starts making a TV serial that is biased in favor of Hanuman, nobody ever criticizes him. No one bats an eye. No one thinks about, oh, isn't this the same guy that also made that TV serial about Tipu Sultan? Wow, we Hindus must be hypocrites for praising Sanjay Khan, saying, oh, he wrote an exceptional Ramayana in the form of this Jai Hanuman TV serial, but he also glorified the killer of Hindus known as Tipu Sultan in his other TV serial. This is part 0, which will conclude as this. Episode 135 is the problem. This image, look at this. They were trying to do a comedic relief scene. A fan of Adi Purush said Ramayana is comedy, and then Mukesh Khanna got butthurt and triggered and provoked. He got ticked off when someone said that. But if that's such a big problem, then why does he tolerate the comedic relief scenes in the Jai Hanuman TV serial? Why doesn't he talk crap about this TV serial then? Besides him being a hypocrite, besides him being biased, what is the reason? So now that I'm done with part 0, I'm going to explain the reasons in detail why this TV serial is one of the worst TV serials ever. First reason is this: they show Hanuman as an avatar of Shiva or a Rudra avatar, when according to Mahabharata and Ramayana, he was never one. He was not a god like that. But then again, what can be expected from a show that is based on praising his name and has his name in the title? Second reason is the way Ravan's character is handled. First of all, his costume, the outfit that is basically the reason why this show sucks. It's a outfit made out of dark blue or black cotton. He uses it for most of the TV series, but it makes him look like an emo. It doesn't make him look like a king of Lanka or a member of royalty at all. And he uses it for almost the whole all his screen time in the show. Basically, he uses it for 90% of the screen time that he has in the show. He uses it when he's not in war, and he uses it even when he is in the battlefield fighting. This is still reason number 2. This is just part of reason number 2, the end of reason 2. Is that the actor is basically a fair-skinned man that looks like he's a European, even though he was born in an Indian family in an Indian country. He looks like he's a European. And Ravan's not supposed to look like that. Ravan is supposed to have dark skin. He's not supposed to have golden or white or tan or reddish or Caucasian complexion skin. The third reason is this. Why the show sucks is that they always show Ravan losing almost every battle, almost every single battle that he fights on screen. They do make mentions of him winning, but those victories are usually off screen. Just, if you're an American citizen or an Indian that lives in America or someone that knows about the Ramayana but also watched a TV series in 2008 called The Clone Wars, then I think you will understand this comparison very well. Think about how the character of General Grievous was handled in the 2008 TV series known as Star Wars: The Clone Wars. They make him appear in a scene in an episode only to humiliate him and embarrass him. They make him lose over a dozen times before the war on Lanka happens, and then during the war they make him lose to Hanuman at least once on screen, and then they also make him lose another time to Hanuman, but it's off screen. It's not shown on screen. But we know that it happened due to the quotes and references and dialogues mentioned by other characters. His only W's in this TV series were basically against Sugriv and Lakshman and Vidurjeev and Kuber. And I don't think the Sugriv one counts because Sugriv in this TV serial, he has a tough time fighting against random nobodies. He doesn't just lose to Bali, he loses to a lot of other people. You have to compare Hanuman's battles with other characters. Okay. Hanuman, he was losing against Akampan. Evidence. He was also losing against this guy. Shukracharya creates another Asur who is dominating Hanuman. So these 3 people are able to put up a better fight against Hanuman than Ravan ever could. One of them is Ankapan, who's supposed to be one of his servants, one of those low-ranked servants. Yet he's able to put up a better fight against Hanuman than Ravan could. That doesn't make sense. Ravan's enemy, known as Sugriv, even though he loses to Ravan all the time, he put up a decent fight against Ravan twice. It's only during the final battle, which is during the day that Ravan dies. During that day, Ravan is able to defeat Sugriv very easily. There's no struggle. But during the first 2 battles, he was able to. He had a tough time against Sugriv during the first 2 fights that they had. But Sugriv, the point is that if you compare Sugriv's fights with other people, then it makes Ravan look even worse, because Sugriv had a tough time against one of those 5 Asurs that were sent by Shukracharya after Kumbhakarna died. He had a very tough time against one of them. He was losing against one of them. Another comparison is that Sugriv basically got one-shotted by Kumbhakarna when Kumbhakarna entered the war. And even before that, Sugriv was losing to Mayavi. Mayavi is a lightweight compared to Ravan, but Sugriv has a tough time against Mayavi. So, Ravan defeating Sugriv is no victory, it doesn't matter. The only ones that really count would be against Lakshman and Kuber, that's it. Video Chief, it doesn't matter because they never showed him winning at all. When Shunidev was arrested by him, he was all chained up and captured. Then he was somehow able to defeat Ravan just by looking at him. Not once, but twice. Ravan's own prisoner is able to defeat him twice and embarrass him more times than the opposite happened. That just goes to show you that they write scenes with a desire to humiliate and embarrass Ravan's character. And this happened almost during just a couple of episodes before Ram kills Ravan. So when Ram does defeat Ravan or kill Ravan, then it just doesn't matter because it's not important. You're killing the guy that has been defeated by almost every character that appeared in this TV series. Yeah, Vali defeated Kesri, but at the end, Kesri is the father of Lunchus or Hanuman, but by the way, for those that don't know. But at the end of the day, Kesri was able to put up a resistance, a fight, a performance against Vali. Ravan had 2 fights with Vali and lost both of them. In the first one, he was able to hit Vali once, but Vali wasn't at all pained by it. He was totally dominated by Vali. And in the second one, there was no contest. He just lost very easily. You could say that Kesri might have been tougher than Ravan, unfortunately, according to this show, that is. Here is another comparison, one more comparison, which will involve Hanuman instead of Sugriv. The gift. Hanuman was disguised as a Brahmin in Kali Yuga, okay? Episode number is 169. The directors let Hanuman get injured and hurt and touched by a bunch of stones and pathars thrown by random citizens who had no name. They let these nameless citizens hurt Hanuman and beat Hanuman, but they would never ever let Ravan, the Demon King, do it. Someone who's actually powerful won't do it, but a bunch of weak, feetless, fodder-type characters who don't have names are able to do it. That's how biased they are. That's how unfair it is. But since these citizens were able to get away with doing that, you have to assume that these citizens might have been more powerful than Ravan too, because Ravan never did it to Hanuman in this TV serial. Reason number 4. True, they've never shown Ravan in a positive light when it comes to him being a warrior. But they have shown him in a positive light in one thing. You see, a lot of idiots might think that I'm only criticizing the show because, I might be a Ravan fan, but no, the truth is I'm not a Ravan fan. And the other side of the truth is, the show gave the viewers and the audience one fake thing that is positive for Ravan's character, but negative for the show because it's fake and did not happen in the book. And that incident is that they made Ravan the guru of Lakshman on his deathbed. They made Ravan say a lot of last words. He had his final speech on his deathbed. He got to become the guru of Lakshman. Besides Vali, no other villain had that honor, but they gave Ravan that honor for some stupid reason. They also made Ram praise Ravan, saying that Ravan was their toughest enemy, which to me makes no sense, because after Ravan's death, there are enemies that are stronger than Ravan. The fourth reason is that they showed Ravan being the guru to Lakshman, and obviously that's not authentic. That's a fan-made incident, not a part of Ramayana. Reason number 5. They misrepresented the character of Atikaya. For those of you who do not know, if you read Ramayana, then after Kumbhakarna's death, there's a character named Atikaya. He is another son of Ravan from his other wife named Danyamalini. But in this TV serial, they made Atikaya a random Rakshas who was created by Shukracharya or summoned by Shukracharya, then sent to go fight on behalf of Ravan. He also looks way too old compared to Meghnad and even Ravan. And he gets a lot less screen time, a lot less spotlight. He's not even allowed to state his name during his entrance compared to the other 4 Rakshasas or Asuras that were summoned by Shukracharya. So Atikaya's character did not get justice. His character was not explored. Neither were the other wives or sons of Ravana in this TV serial. Reason number 6 is that They didn't give Lakshman's character that much to do during the war, or even before the war. They didn't give him much besides a couple of dialogues. They didn't give him that many combat scenes or fights at all. His only kill is basically Magnad, but the problem in this TV series is that Magnad is portrayed as a weak warrior, as a guy that loses most of his battles. He's portrayed as a fool. He's not portrayed as a decent fighter, so Lakshman killing him is not an achievement, in my opinion, in this TV series. Reason number 7 why the show sucks is that Sanjay Khan poured so many years, time, and resources and money and thinking into this TV show, but it was all wasted. You can tell that he kept on trying to recreate the Mahabharata. He made many attempts to do that after this TV series ended. First, he created the Jaya Mahabharata TV series in 2001. Then he created the Maharathi Karna TV series later. Both TV serials ended up failing. First of all, Jaya Mahabharata, aka Mahabharata Mahakavya, that TV serial was cut in short. They kept on speeding through all the incidents after the dice game was complete. So they failed to show Mahabharata. And the Maharathi Karna TV serial, it ended right after the Hidimba versus Bhim fight. Both serials basically failed to meet the ambition of Sanjay Khan, the objective that he started those TV serials with. I bet that those two serials would not have failed if he did not waste so much of his time on the Jai Hanuman TV serial. He could have just stopped the Hanuman TV serial when the Ram Avatar ended. He could have just done that, and then he could have focused more on the Mahabharata TV serials, but he didn't do that. Or it would have been better if he never created the Hanuman TV series in the first place. Instead, he could just focus on Mahabharata instead. It would be better. So Sanjay Khan's talent was wasted by creating the Hanuman TV serial. To end reason number 7, Sanjay Khan could have achieved so much more and so many more things if he did not spend and waste a lot of his energy and time and resources on this Hanuman TV serial. Reason number 8 is that Nimai Bali, that actor, played 4 different characters in this TV serial. You don't believe me? Then look at all these photos. Makardwaj, Duryodhan, Vali, and Vayu Dev. Those 4 characters were played by the same actor, by one actor. First of all, the actor needs to get a life, a different hobby besides acting. Not saying that he's a bad actor, but it's annoying to see him multiple times when we already know that it's him. The audience already knows that it's him. He's not fooling or tricking anybody unless they're an immature little child that can't tell the difference. Second of all, he has also played the role of Vali in different TV serials and the role of Duryodhan in 3 different TV serials. So, to show him play that role again and again and again, even if this is the first time, is just stupid. They should have given him a different role, or they should have restricted him to just having 2 roles. One as Vayudev and one as Mukherjee. Making him Vali was a bad choice. And also about him, I think that the only reason they never ever made Ravan defeat Vayudev, they made Vayudev overpower Ravan, is probably because the actor playing Vayudev was Nimai Bali, and they can't show Nimai Bali lose to an actor like Anil Yadav. That's probably what Sanjay Khan and his team were thinking.